started. Good morning, Ruby. Okay, so let's march on the spot first. Okay, still same reminder about posture. Okay, try to push the book up towards the ceiling. Okay, and naturally your chest will rise up a little bit. Your head should come back a little bit. Okay, just can try to hold this position while taking big breaths in and out. Okay, and just kind of swing your arms as we march. Okay, let's continue doing that for a little bit. Okay, let's move our spine. Okay, so kind of rounding it back as we breathe out, arching our backs as we breathe in. Okay, just repeat a couple of times as I let more people in. Okay, turning side to side, opening up the chest. Okay, pressing the palms out. Okay, side leaning a little bit, okay, and just reaching up and across. Okay, and same thing on other side whenever you're ready. And let's roll our shoulders a few times. Okay, let's swing our arms in and out. Okay, flaring our fingers out as we open up. Okay, let's go forward and back. Okay, let's try kind of go a little further up. Okay, both arms up, chest up. Okay, let's go backwards a few times. Try to put our hands behind our pelvis a little bit. Okay, and just stay there as we try to just pull our chest open a little bit. Okay, lifting the front of our pelvis up a little bit as well. Okay, deep breath in. Okay, and let's kind of relax as we breathe out. Okay, keep marching if you're able. Okay, and let's rotate your arms. Okay, let's go side to side. Okay, just rotating the entire arm. Okay, you can go in the opposite direction, okay, or the same direction, completely up to you. Okay, let's try to open our palm, okay, and reach behind us a little bit more. Elbows pointing forward. Okay, staying there, try to do the opposite. Okay, elbow stays up. Just try to reach downwards a little bit more. Okay, spine stays the exact same shape. Okay, and let's just go in a circle. Okay, so try to press the hands out as we move out, rotate outwards. Okay, opposite, reaching the armpits a little bit, and then back out. Okay, onto the wrist. Okay, move fingers, move the hand as well. Okay, move each finger a little bit. Okay, bend the hips. Okay, and try to open up a little further. Okay, and shake things out. And rotating through the entire body. Make sure to actually lift up one foot and turning it. Okay, focusing more on the hips, relaxing the upper body. Let your spine kind of side bend a little bit. Okay, hinging, just practicing the hinge movement. So kind of pressing our tailbone backwards, keeping our spine long. Okay, do the same thing, but with one leg back. So kind of what we call a kickstand position. So one leg just slightly back, okay, but we still pushing the hips back. Okay, just feel it. This kind of a stretch more just up behind one leg instead of both. Okay, and same thing on the other side. Okay, so we're still pushing our hips backwards. Okay, on to the squatting practice. Okay, so toes pointing out slightly, feet maybe slightly wider. Okay, still pressing hips back. Okay, push our knees a little further out. Okay, so they're hovering on top of the toes. Okay, so just kind of squatting or sitting down on a tall stool. Coming back up. Okay, let's try reaching our arms upwards. Okay, and also sideways. Sideways, you can kind of just make a kind of a W shape. Okay, so it'll be make an I, okay, and then make a W. Okay, and then coming back up for a second. Okay, going back to this squatting, kind of high squatting position. Okay, you're just going to kind of rotate back and forth, so like you're sweeping, pushing across, and opening up. Okay, reset in between if you need to. Okay, and the same thing on the outside. Okay, so just a tall squatting position. You can reach across, okay, and open up. Okay, and coming up. One leg forward, one leg back. Okay, just pressing our hips forward while keeping the back leg kind of straight. Okay, you kind of just go back and forth a few times. Okay, use a wall as a chair for balance if necessary. Okay, lift your belt buckle up. And repeat on the other side. Okay, coming back up. Okay, let's activate the foot muscles a little bit first. Okay, so kind of just lean forward and back. Okay, so as you lean forward, you feel like there's more pressure on your toes. Okay, so you might need a smaller motion to start with. Okay, so side to side a little bit. Okay, let's try to see if you can stand taller on one leg. Okay, so our foot lifts up a little bit. Once again, use a chair for balance. Okay, and almost try to spread your toes apart. Okay, gripping the floor. And just kind of swing the leg back and forth. Okay, and exaggerate motion, lifting the knees and lifting the heel up. Okay, once again, use chairs if needed. Okay, and same thing on the other side whenever you are ready. Okay, so try to stand taller through one foot first. Okay, spread your toes apart a little bit. Okay, you can lightly squeeze your hands. Okay, that can help us to be a little bit more stabilized. Okay, once again, exaggerate the movement a little bit. Okay, to relax in between. Okay, same thing, just side to side. Okay, I'm just going to exaggerate the motion a little bit. lifting the foot a little higher on the inside and outside. Okay, just a couple of times for each leg. Okay, and then still standing on one foot. Just drawing circles with our toes. Okay, and just scratching the floor of our toes. Okay, lifting them off the floor. Spread them apart if you can. Okay, and shake everything out. Okay, so let's grab our band. We use the chair as well. Okay, so back to basics. We're going to do a push, pull, squat, and a hinge. Okay, so let's start off with the pulling motion first. Okay, so you can either have a wall behind you. That's probably the safer way. Okay, so you're just going to be in this hinging position. Okay, you can have a wall behind you just in case if you fall backwards. Okay, and you're just going to step on the middle of the band with, you can do it 1 foot or both feet, completely up to you. Okay, the feet doesn't have to be too narrow. Okay, probably a little bit more balanced if your feet are a little bit wider apart. Okay, so but we're still going into this hinge position. Okay, so tailbone kind of backwards, kind of head the opposite way. Okay, adjust the band so there's a little bit of tension to start with. Okay, and you're just going to squeeze your elbows back and squeeze your shoulders back as well. Okay, and you're coming back down while keeping the same position throughout the spine. Okay, so the spine doesn't move, only the shoulders and the arm is moving. Okay, so let's do a 4 counts. Okay, so be 2, 2, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4. So the back might actually be the most tired area. 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so somewhere around 8 to 12 times is kind of ideal. Okay, so you adjust the tension so that you can do only about 8 to 12 times. Okay, at most it'll be 15 times. Okay, when you're done, just slowly just safely dismount. Okay, so probably most time will be just the back area, maybe a little bit in between the shoulder blades. Okay, and just pausing for a second. Okay, so that's a pull. Okay, so let's do a push. Ideally, you can do this standing up, okay, where you can tie onto something that doesn't move. Okay, but if you don't, you can just put it behind your chair. Okay, maybe sit a little bit more forward. Okay, so ideally, you'll be doing this standing and then just hook this on a railing or like a very heavy desk or something like that, something that doesn't move. Okay, but anything to do with sitting. Okay, see if you can push that book up to the ceiling again. Okay, be careful that you're not overdoing it. So this is way too much. Okay, so just kind of make yourself a little bit taller. Okay, be slightly in forward. Okay, and we'll do the same thing, just pressing forward. Okay, at the most forward position, see if you can push the shoulders just a little bit more forward. Okay, so you might feel a little bit of tension in kind of just below the armpit area, a little bit towards the front of the ribs. Okay, and then back. Okay, so also a 4 counts. Okay, so 2, 2. Okay, really push forward a little bit more at the end. 3, 4. Okay, adjust tension again. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So maybe a little bit of a pause at the very end. Really push drive that armpit forward. 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so probably shoulders might be most high here. 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4. Okay, once again, you can do more or do less. Okay, but if you can do more, then consider maybe changing the tension. Okay, make it a little more difficult. Okay, so you can only at most do about aim for about 10. Okay, and shaking things out again. Okay, so the good thing about standing is you can stretch out the band a little bit more. You can adjust the tension a little bit better that way. It's also more whole body because you have to kind of control what your body is doing as well. And that's what in sitting, you kind of rely on the chair for support. Okay, so let's repeat these two again. So that's the what we call bent over row. So we're bending over, rowing like rowing a boat. Okay, you're pulling backwards, okay, while keeping the spine in the same shape. Okay, so still, once again, you can use a wall, take a wall behind you for balance. You can even actually sit with your butt on the wall if you want to as well. Okay, but kind of step on the band with both feet or one foot, up to you. Okay, bend over first. Okay, kind of set your spine, so drop your chest towards the ground a little bit more. Okay, so your spines are a little bit longer. It's going to be a little bit curved upwards even. Okay, and adjust the tension. Okay, so we grab a little bit lower. Okay, lock your spine in place. Okay, and you're just pulling your elbows back, pulling your shoulders back, squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top. Okay, and then dropping it back down. Okay, so 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so once again, just adjust the tension and just how many reps you're doing. Okay, just have a little bit of challenge. You don't have to push yourself to the very end either. Okay, leave kind of 2 to 3 in the tank. Okay, so you can move to 2 to 3 more. Okay, if someone really forces you to. So just a little bit of a challenge. Okay, and when you're ready, you can go back to the pushing as well. So I'm going to change to a slightly heavier band. Okay, just because the last time I thought it was a little easy for myself. Okay, you can also make any adjustments. Okay, don't always have to use the same band, same resistance for everything. Okay, but still try to have a long sit a little taller, slightly in forward. Usually hook it a little bit higher, okay, just so that you're not kind of pushing upwards. Okay, you should try to be pushing more horizontal. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, at the very end, see if you can push this a little bit more forward. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so once again, do more, do less. Okay, with 2 bands, I feel like 10 is roughly right for myself. Okay, so I'm going to stop at that point. Okay, once again, shaking things out a little bit. So let me check the time. Okay, so let's go on to the lower body first. Okay, so let's do the kind of a hinge type movement again. Okay, so that's the bending over movement. Okay, so we're gonna do this in a kickstand position. So once again, have wall behind the side or the chair on the side. Okay, so you're just gonna have the one leg back. Okay, and once again, we're just going to be pushing our hips back. This time, maybe keep your legs a little bit straighter. You try to push your butt a little bit further back. Okay, so you should feel a little bit of a stretch behind the straighter leg. Okay, so I have one leg, this leg is kind of bent, this leg is kind of straighter. Okay, so to add a little bit of resistance, you can either just hold on to like a bag with some weights if you want. If you're using a band, you're going to hook it just the middle of the band to one foot. Okay, so the straight leg. Okay, and then you're just going to cross your arms to your shoulders. Okay, so get your spine position right first. Okay, and then tighten it down a little bit, and then just cross your arms in front of you. Okay, and what we're going to do is going to just stand up. Okay, and then pushing the hips back until you feel a little bit of a stretch behind the straighter leg. Okay, and 2. Okay, coming back down. 3. Okay, at the top, so you can squeeze your butt a little bit forward, stand a little bit taller, get your chest up a little higher. Okay, not necessarily leaning backwards, just the front of the chest up. Okay, coming back down. Okay, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10, 2, 11, 2, 12, 2. Okay, so technically you should be able to do kind of more of this, okay, because this is the same weight as when we're pulling with the hands. Okay, so your hips, your leg muscles should be stronger than your arms. It is a bigger muscle. Okay, so you probably be able to do more than before. Okay, so primarily you might feel the tension behind the leg, maybe a little bit in the back area. Okay, so coming back out. Okay, once again, you might have to adjust the tension. Use a different band. Okay, and when you're ready, you can just do the same thing. Okay, so still a kickstand position where one leg is slightly further back. You can practice a few times first without a band pulling as hard. Okay, and when you're ready, okay, cross your arms in front. Okay, so 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. So at the top, I'm going to stand taller. 2, 7, 2, 8, 2. I'm going to push the butt back. 9, 2, 10, 2. So this resistance is a little better for me. 12. 2. Okay, so about the 12th time, do you want to stop? This might be a little tired as well from holding the band. Okay, just remember not to let the band pull you into a slouch position. See if you can push it up. Okay, so try the middle of the arms. See if you can keep it up a little bit throughout the entire movement. Okay, and shaking out a little bit. Okay, next one we're just going to go into a basic squats. Okay, so it's kind of like what we did in warm up. You still feet maybe armpit width apart, toes may pointing out slightly. Okay, you're still pushing your butt back. This time bending the knees a little bit more. Okay, spine still longer, knees tracking over the feet. Okay, so we're just going to be doing this movement. Okay, your upper body is only more upright compared to the hinge. Okay, so hinge, you're bending from your hips, so your upper body is more flat. A squat, you're bending your knees a little bit more. Okay, so your upper body is should be more upright compared to before. Okay, so lower you go, then the knees is going to travel a little bit more forward, otherwise you're going to fall backwards. Okay, so adjust how low you're going. If you want to add a little bit of resistance, once again, having a wall behind you should be a little safer. Okay, so still the same distance, so still set your stance right first. Okay, so don't be too narrow just because the band is kind of tying your feet up. Okay, so still like this. Okay, squatting down. Okay, adjust tension a little bit maybe. Okay, and just standing up. Okay, so we're going to go 3 counts, sending 1 count at the bottom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. Okay, so you feel the tension in the thighs. 3, 2, 3. Okay, still have your feet flat on the ground though, so don't go up on your toes. If you are, push your butt a little further back. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. Okay, so quality movement first. So if you feel like you're starting to wobble, or if you're starting to feel like your knees are caving in, maybe don't drop as low. Okay, you can adjust throughout. Okay, so 10, 2, 3. Okay, so once again, anywhere from 8 to 12, about 10. Okay, so by 12 time, I feel like I do probably want to stop. If someone really pushes me, maybe I can do maybe 5 more maybe. So maybe I'll just do 1 or 2 more repetitions. Okay, so now I definitely feel like I can most do maybe 2 to 3 good ones. Okay, so I'm going to choose to stop there. Okay, you can choose to stop at different points. Okay, so breathing heart rate might be a little bit faster. Okay, walk it out a little bit. Okay, the more intense exercise, the longer you might need, the longer rest you might need in between. Okay. Okay, so when you're ready, you can think about doing the hinge movement again. Okay, so once again, the difference is your knees don't bend as much. Okay, using more the back of the leg, back of the hips, okay, more the back muscles. Okay, especially remember not to let the band pull you down. Think of the cross in the middle arm. See if you can keep it up a little more for the movement at the top. See if you can bring that middle a little bit higher as well. Okay, so once again, maybe have some support around. Okay, so stepping on the band with 1 foot. Okay, kickstand position, so 1 leg slightly further back. Okay, hinging backwards, so pushing the hips back. Okay, when you're ready, then cross the arms. Okay, and 1. Okay, and 2. So just a 2 count this time. So 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2. Okay, so push the hips back. 5, 2, 6, stand tall. 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10, 2, 11, 2, 12. Okay, just be careful that you're not overreaching. Think of getting yourself taller instead. 13, 2, 14, 2, 15, 2. Okay, so it's actually my arms that's starting to give out a little bit. So I can feel my grip getting more tight, my bicep getting a little more tight. So once again, take as long of a rest as you need. Okay, so sometimes even doing some stretching in between, doing some balance exercise in between. Okay, could work as almost an active rest, or maybe just even walk around a little bit. Okay, so when you feel ready, let's repeat on the other side. Okay, so still one leg slightly back. Okay, hinging back a little bit, setting my spine right first. And then adding attention. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10, 2, 11, 2, 12, 2, 13, 2, 14, 2, 15, 2. Okay, so my arms definitely is the weaker link for myself. Okay, once again, shift things out. Okay, and once again, when you go back to the front, more the front of the leg. Okay, so the squatting exercise. Okay, so still set your stance right first. Okay, so remember not to have the feet maybe too close. Okay, even though some people can squat that narrow. Okay, but for most people, probably armpit width apart, toes pointing out slightly. Okay, same idea, still pushing the butt back, bend the knees a little bit more. Okay, so look a couple of feet in front of you, so not straight down your feet. Probably not straight forward. Okay, just a few feet in front of you. Okay, and back. Still kind of curve the upwards a little bit. Okay, and once again, we're going to do kind of a free count. So be just spend a count at the bottom. Okay, so it'll be 2, 2, 3. Okay, once again, stand tall, chest up, shoulders slightly back. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 11, 2, 3, 12, 2, 3, 13, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to choose to stop at 13 for myself. Just be careful anytime you dismount. The exercise is not finished until you let go of the weight. Okay, so some people, like after the last rep, I want to dismount now, and they start to round it back to put the band down. Okay, that's can be unnecessary pressure on the back. Okay, so until you just have everything off, still maintain a stronger position for the spine until you have everything, let go of everything, okay, and then stand up any way you like, really. Okay, so let's do the chair. Okay, let's stretch the muscle we use a little bit. Okay, so let's maybe sit down a little bit first. Okay, just to give ourselves a little bit of a break. Okay, so let's stretch the back of the leg first, since we're using it for that hinge type movement. So let's give that a stretch. Okay, so just a basic hamstring stretch where you have sit close to the edge of the chair, heel a little forward, one leg a little straighter, okay, and then try to pull your belly button towards the toes, okay, and try to pull your toes towards the belly button. Okay, your back can be rounded. Usually I like to have maybe one hand on a chair just in case anything slips. Okay, you can just hang out here a little bit. So maybe just practice with deep breathing in this position a little bit, while we just spend a little bit more time in this stretched out position. Okay, and just switch anytime you like. Okay, once again, try not to don't think of it as pulling your chest towards the toes. Think of it as pulling your belly button towards the toes. Okay, and pulling your toes towards the belly button. Okay, your back can bend, okay, but the goal is not to get the chest closer. Okay, the goal is try to pull your belly button closer forward. So I'm just doing a little bit of back stretch at the same time, okay, by kind of just curving my back a little bit, especially maybe behind my neck. So I'm trying to almost push up a little bit. Okay, so just kind of a gentle curve through the spine. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, just trying to use my breathing to give a little bit of a gentle stretch. Okay, and once again, slowly come back. Pause as long as you need to. You might feel a little bit lightheaded as you get your head up. Okay, basic hip stretch. Just crossing leg. I still personally like to hug my knee. And I'm just almost trying to pull my knee towards the middle of the chest. Okay, and I'm trying to shove my butt backwards. So just a stretch on the side. So once again, a little bit of a bend. The back is fine, okay, especially because we were upright for so long during the lifting. Okay, and once again, switch whenever you want to. Once again, I'm trying to pull, almost kind of hug the knee, pull the knee towards the middle of my chest. I'm trying to almost kind of shoving my butt backwards a little bit as well. Okay, coming back up. Okay, once again, give ourselves a second to adjust to that change in position. Okay, maybe get ourselves back up a little bit. Once again, maybe move your feet a little bit, squeeze your hands a little bit. Okay, once again, give ourselves a little bit more time to adjust. Okay, and when you're ready, then just the basic shoulder stretch. Okay, and feel free to, of course, keep moving your feet if you want to. Okay, and just switch whenever you're ready as well. So I'm kind of just exploring where I might be feeling a little bit more tensed up. Okay, last one, just front to the thighs. Okay, so this is the one that requires a little bit more balance. Okay, grabbing the fronts of my ankles. Okay, and once, as usual, we're not trying to stretch your back, so lift your belt buckle upwards. Okay, and then try to point your knee down. So belt buckle up, suck your stomach in a little bit almost. Okay, and then try to point your toes, knees downwards, or even slightly backwards. Okay, depending on how flexible you are. I'm just almost trying to move my toes a little bit while I'm here. Okay, and switch whenever you like it. Okay, once again, not like this. Belt buckle up, knees down. Okay, and shape this out a little bit maybe. Okay, if you feel, of course, to stretch more in areas where you might feel a little tense, okay, you might need a little bit of a massage. You can also share this with everyone as well. So sometimes it's kind of hard on the fingers to reach behind. So you can actually, this is actually very useful. Actually kind of can use it to massage. You can see the back area or different areas. So this is fair. I find sometimes can be useful. Okay, so thank you for coming, everyone. Take care, and maybe see everyone next time. Bye.